Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I come to you with the second part of the video that I already did about a sun through the houses, where I explain to you what each placement means, and I also provide you with resources and questions that you can ask yourself in order to strengthen the placement of your sun, which means that you are gonna just be able to embrace the power of your sun a little bit better in your life, and this is gonna lead to a more fulfilled life. And today we are gonna talk about the placement of the sun through the 7th until the 12th house. And if you haven't seen the previous video already, I'm gonna link it right here, so you can go ahead and check it out if you have your sun placed in the houses from 1 to 6. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Anna. I'm your spiritual lifestyle coach and an astrologer. And for the basis of my coaching, I always use astrology because I think it's such a great personal development tool that just helps us to understand yourself better, and it helps us to guide you towards a more fulfilled life. And if you are interested in topics like that, where I provide you with actionable tips and resources that you can actually implement into your daily life, so I really try to mix spirituality with a down-to-earth approach that just helps you in your daily life and that helps you to just become the best version of yourself. If you are interested in topics like that, then please subscribe, and now let's move on to the video. So let's briefly talk about the role of the sun in our birth chart. If you want an in-depth explanation about that, just check out the previous video where I explain the importance of the sun in astrology a little bit more in depth. But just in general, the sun is our essence, it is the core of our being. And when we are able to actually strengthen our sun, this is gonna create more life force within us, and we are gonna be able to actually use that life force to create the life of our dreams. And wherever the sun is, this is most of the times the area of our lives where we tend to want to get the recognition for it. So this is gonna be the life area where we just want to shine the brightest, and this is not a bad thing at all. This is really strongly correlated to our ego, which also is not a bad thing as many people think. When we hear the word ego, we always think about the word associations with it. But our ego is actually really good. We can also have a bad side of our ego, but I think when we are able to see what our ego actually craves, and we are able to express it and create a world and create our reality so that it fits with the needs of our ego, we are able to actually tap into the good side of it and actually use it to become our best self. Our ego only stands in our way when we are not seeing it properly, when we are not accepting it, and there we can tap into the shadow side of our sun. But today we are gonna focus only on the good parts of our ego and of our sun's placement through the houses. And the house is gonna tell us about the area of your life where you want to apply your life force. This is gonna really show us the life area that is really important for your personal development. So we really want to strengthen this life area. We really want to tap into this energy, and we want to make sure that you are able to embrace that life area in your day-to-day life. And now let's move on to the placement of the sun in each house. So if you have your sun in the 7th house, this really puts a spotlight on your partnerships and collaboration. The main topic of your life is gonna be how to create healthy relationships while still being your own individual self. So you are constantly strive for balance in your relationships and in your personal life. So really your mission is gonna be to strengthen the relationships in your life, to build new partnerships, to build connections with people while still maintaining your own personality. You actually, on the bad side, you would tend to become a people pleaser or just merge with people so deeply that you actually only know yourself by being in a relationship. This could even show up as you always being in a relationship, because other than that you would feel lost because you don't know who you are without your partnerships. So this is a pretty hard placement, to be honest, because this is the natural house of Libra, and this is actually the fall of the sun. The sun doesn't feel good here because it really puts a spotlight on you being able to know yourself by being in relationships. So you really have to be careful here with this placement. It's always gonna be a fine line between losing yourself in a relationship and actually using relationships in order to get to know yourself a little bit better. And you really tend to invest a lot of your time into others and into your relationships, which is actually a really good trait. And your major focus in life is gonna be personally and professionally directly linked to the people you are surrounded with. So you also need to be very careful about the people who you let into your life, because you are really gonna be influenced by those people that you surround yourself with. So you really need to make sure that you surround yourself with the people who you really love and who also give something back to you, and with people who bring out the best in you. I mean, every relationship is gonna show you just a different side of yourself, so you actually can use relationships, and you really especially can use relationships as a mirror to yourself. And so whenever you start noticing that you are starting to attract bad people into your life, this really can mean that something wrong is going on internally, and that's why you are attracting those people into your life. But generally, this is a really beautiful placement, since you really put much emphasis on your relationships. This is gonna be the life area where you are just gonna feel called to. This is gonna really help you to feel more fulfilled. So make sure that you just connect with the right people. And this can really mean that you are just gonna be great at partnerships in general. So this placement probably is gonna mean that you are gonna have amazing people skills. So make sure to embrace this placement, but meeting the right people and building connections in your life that are really gonna be meaningful and that are gonna help you and encourage you to still be your own person and to see what needs a change within you. And I think the people that are gonna be in your life are gonna really have to help you to still be your own person while maintaining your relationships. So as I said before, this is really gonna put much emphasis on creating relationships and creating balance between relationships and between being your own unique self. And becoming a people pleaser can really be a challenge here. So just make sure that you pay attention to that. But other than that, just embrace the relationships in your life and make sure that you have plenty of those, and make sure that you always connect with people, because this is really gonna be the life area that is gonna bring you so much joy and so much fulfillment. When you are gonna have the right relationships in your life, it can really enhance your life, and this is gonna make your life just so beautiful. And you probably are the person, like, whenever you are able to connect with somebody, you just feel like this is just where you're meant to be, and you probably just feel this vibration rising through your body, and really you lighten up whenever you can be in contact with other people. So now let's come to the tips and questions that you can ask yourself in order to embrace the power of your sun with this placement. So the first practice that I would recommend here is really conscious relationship building. So really make sure that you engage in conscious relationships and really cultivate awareness of the dynamics between yourself and others, and that you emphasize the importance of mutual respect and understanding in your relationships. This is really gonna be the main topic and the main struggle of your life, I feel like really creating the balance and creating and building relationships that are actually healthy is really crucial here. So make sure that you really focus on that, because once you are able to build those beautiful relationships in your life, this is really gonna enhance your life. And the second practice that I would recommend here is balancing independence and partnerships, since you tend to merge with the people you surround yourself with on such a deep level that sometimes you can actually be too dependent on others. So make sure that you firstly work on yourself and that you learn how to be on your own while still having relationships in your life before you actually merge with somebody. This is especially true in like intimate relationships, and this is something that can show up as you suddenly just turning into the person that your partner wants you to be, and suddenly you start to having all of those interests that your partner actually has, but they are actually not yours. So it's gonna be really important for you to find the balance between what actually is important for you and still maintaining a healthy relationship. So when you are going into an intimate relationship, make sure that you still are your own person, that you don't change your personality in order for the other person to actually like you. So really make sure that you are actually connected with what's important for you, that you really are still able to express yourself, and that you are able to express and to be your authentic self, even though you are in a relationship, this is really gonna be important for you. Also, I would include something like a partnership reflection journal. So reflect on the partnership, since this is gonna be a so important life area of yours. It's really helpful when we are able to note things down that are actually occurring within our relationships, so that we are able to reflect on some things that we like and actually don't like. And I feel like writing things down makes certain things so much easier, and it actually makes it easier to see whenever something is out of balance, because sometimes when we are actually getting caught up in our head about something, we are not able to see clearly. And when we are able to write things down, we could also see any patterns that could reoccur during our relationships, for example. So make sure that you journal about the partnerships and what they are bringing into your life, and how you want to express yourself when you are with this certain person, and how you can make sure that you are being true to yourself even when you're in relationships. Also, a skill I would really focus on, and I would really encourage you to focus on, is communication skills. Make sure that you are able to stand your ground and to really be able to express your own desires in relationships, because this is how you are actually gonna create those true and healthy relationships. Whenever you are not able to express your own needs and you merge with others and you just see the needs of the other person, this is where things are probably not gonna go so well, and when things might get tricky. So make sure that if you don't have great communication skills already, that you pay attention to that, and that you actually learn how to communicate in relationships properly, because this is really gonna be the groundwork of any relationship that you are gonna have, whether that's gonna be partnerships or just friendships or just business partnerships. This is really gonna be the key for you staying true to yourself, so that you can really truly build those healthy relationships in your life. Now let's talk about some questions that you can journal about that will help you to enhance the positive sides of your sun. First of all, redefining your relationships values. So what values do you prioritize in your relationships? Reflect on the qualities and principles that are essential to you in creating and maintaining meaningful connections. So this is gonna be a question that you really want to ask yourself whenever you enter in a new relationship, that you just make sure that you really stay true to your values, because the relationships that you are gonna be entering are gonna be really crucial for your self-development. So make sure that you make a list on what is actually important for you in a relationship. Like, define different kinds of relationships. What's important for you in a business partnership? What's important for you in a friendship? What's important for you in a intimate relationship? When you have those values, you can always compare it to the people who are coming into your life and seeing if those values are being met or not. And this is gonna make things so much easier to actually see if the person is actually meant to be in your life or not. Then I would reflect on individuality in partnerships. So how do you perceive your individuality within a partnership? Consider ways to express your unique qualities and maintain a sense of self while actively engaging in your partnership. So this I also already mentioned, but who do you want to actually be in your relationships? How do you want to show up? And what practices can you incorporate into your relationships that are gonna make sure that you express your own unique self when you are with those people? And also, I would encourage you to write down any lessons from past partnerships, so that you don't make the same mistakes over and over again. So reflect on past partnerships and what valuable lessons could you learn from those experiences, and how can you apply them to foster growth and understanding in your current and future relationships. Any relationship that we encounter is meant to teach us something, and when we are able to see what those lessons actually were and what we learned from it, we can make sure that we don't put ourselves in the same position over and over again. So it's really important to keep this kind of a journal and really writing down any time that you maybe lose somebody, or maybe you have to cut somebody out of your life. You need to make sure that you write things down. What have you learned, and what has been this person trying to teach you? Because relationships are only a reflection on whatever is going on within us. So always make sure that you reflect on that and see what has been this experience actually trying to teach me. I don't feel like there are like bad people that are coming into our lives. I think that on a more spiritual level, we are signing contracts with other souls that are actually meant to teach us some really hard lessons. But I feel like this is always actually meant to help us grow, not to put us down. But every relationship that we encounter is actually there to teach us something and to become our best version. So make sure that you don't fall into, the pitfalls of past relationships where you are holding on to any grudges. Just see it from a more distanced view. What has been this person trying to teach me? What are they reflecting within myself? And then you can take notes on that. Also, if you are somebody who has trouble with expressing their emotions while being in relationships, those are gonna be some great questions that you can journal about. So really assessing your communication style and asking yourself how effectively do you actually express your thoughts and feelings, and how open are you to understanding the perspectives of your partner, because in partnerships it's not about only you being able to express your emotions but also the other person. So I feel like when you are able to express your own emotions, you are also giving the space for the other person to express their own needs and emotions. So really reflect on that and reflect on how well are you able to communicate with your partner and in your relationships in general. So those were the questions and practices that I want you to implement into your daily life that will help you to enhance the power of your sun with this placement, and that will help you to live a more fulfilled life. I hope you can make some use out of these practices. And if you have this placement, please write in the comments down below what's your experience with partnerships or with relationships in general. Have you encountered bad relationships in your life? And also let us know how much your relationships are impacting your life and your self-worth. Let us know in the comments down below, and I will see you next time. If you have your sun in the 8th house, this means that your ego is really gonna be connected to transformation, to depth and shared resources with others. This is really gonna put so much emphasis on the transformational part of your life that many people can actually struggle with this placement, but it really is an extremely extraordinary placement in my opinion. So people with this placement are gonna be thrown into a life's purpose that is gonna unfold through experiences of change and intense emotional connections and really a relentless quest for self-discovery. You are really gonna be determined to discover who you are on such a deeper level. You really will want to discover the depths of your psyche and discover yourself on this level. And this is most of the times gonna happen through having very transformative life experiences that tend to be very challenging, but you are really like a phoenix that always rises from the ashes, and you are always gonna be able to actually transform through any challenge that you are gonna be facing. And people with this placement often have a really magnetic and mysterious aura that propels them towards exploring the hidden dimensions of life and delving into the mysteries of human psyche, and especially your own psyche. And the journey is gonna involve embracing the transformative power of intimate connections and really investigating the mysteries of existence and harnessing personal strength through facing life's profound complexities. You are really gonna grow from every challenge you are gonna encounter, and those challenges are gonna be needed in order for you to discover who you truly are and in order for you to be your best version. This is one of the hardest placements, but when you are aware of your life path and that every challenge that you are facing is actually meant to make you stronger and put you a bit closer towards your purpose and towards becoming the best version of yourself, I think this can help you to see every challenge from a little bit of a different perspective and with a more open mind, to see what you actually are meant to learn from those experiences and not resisting all of the intense emotional experiences that you are gonna be having. And you're really driven, and you're probably gonna be very driven to make money and probably have the willpower and determination to actually realize your financial goals. because the 8th house is also the house of shared resources and of investing, also any inheritances. So it's very possible for you that you may gain through an inheritance or insurance, or it's gonna be a possibility through a partner, for example. The 8th house always has a little bit of a flair of the Scorpio energy, so you are a very intense person, and this life area is gonna really be detrimental for your growth and for personal development. And also lastly, you can have a big interest in metaphysical subjects and like everything that's hidden and that's forbidden in the mysteries of life in general. So you can really be interested in those things and diving deep into them. And those topics are really gonna play a huge role in your life, so make sure that you allow yourself to dive deep into those mysteries of life and that you are able to actually tap into the darker side of life and into the heavier topics, because this is really gonna help you grow. And I really think, and I really have a huge respect for this placement, because as I said, it's not the easiest placement, but this makes the people who are able to use the energy of this placement so extraordinary. And it's also gonna be influenced by the sign that you have your sun in, but still, like, every single person with this placement that I met are really extraordinary people, and they are just having this magnetism about themselves, and you can use this magnetism to actually attract the right circumstances in your life and to manifest the life of your dreams. And for you, it's really about not resisting the dark side of your psyche and the darker side of life, but it's about actually seeing through the darkness and still being able to actually shift it into something that's positive. This is gonna be the focus of your life, and if you have this placement, I really would love to hear from you and from your life experiences. But now let's move on to the practices that you can actually use with this placement to enhance its ability. So first practice, and this is gonna probably be the most important one, is self-exploration. Really engage in deep introspection to understand your own transformative journey and how it has shaped your identity. Because you are gonna be, as I said, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You need to understand every challenge that you will encounter and how it helped you to shape your personality that you have now. And I hope that this is gonna help you see that every hardship in your life actually helped you to become stronger and become more resilient and actually learn something so valuable, and that it really helped you to transform yourself on such a deeper and profound level. And I hope that through paying attention to that you are gonna be able to see the positive side of those transformative experiences. And the next practice would be the metaphysical exploration. So really dive into metaphysical and esoteric subjects to enhance your understanding of the mysteries of life, because this is also gonna be a very big part of your life, actually tapping into those hidden sides of life and tapping into the mysteries of life. This is gonna help you grow, so make sure that you learn about those things and that you include practices that are gonna help you to connect to the darker side of the life. Also, intimate connections are gonna be a huge part, and they oftentimes can be hurtful, but make sure that you also put emphasis there. So really foster genuine and profound connections with others and recognize the transformative power of intimate relationships. You could even have certain placements that are gonna make it even harder for you to have intimate relationships, but this is, again, I feel like most of the time it's gonna be the paradox of life, where you want to resist those intimate relationships because you are so scared of them. But then at some point you are gonna have to see that those experiences are the ones that are gonna help you to transform the most. So it's actually diving deep into those intimate relationships and really connecting with somebody on a intimate level that are gonna help you to transform again. And also you need to make sure that you use your amazing ability of research and investigation, and that you channel your curiosity into researching any hidden or complex subjects that interest you, because this is also gonna make you feel more alive. I think you are gonna be the kind of person that whenever you are able to research on something that really interests you, you are gonna just focus on it so deeply that you are really gonna completely merge at the moment with this subject, and you are gonna really be able to have such a deep understanding about the topics that you are gonna be researching about. So it's really important that you use those abilities, because they are actually gonna help you to channel your life force energy, and I feel in those moments you are really gonna be able to feel the energy actually rising from your body, and you are really gonna feel connected to your purpose whenever you are able to research on those topics, and whenever you are able to merge with some subject on a very, very profound and deep level. Now let's come to the questions that you can actually ask yourself in order to embrace that beautiful but still hard placement. First question will be, how can I embrace and channel the transformative energy in my life positively? So this is again the same thing a little bit that I mentioned earlier, but you need to see on the bright side of what are those transformative things in your life are trying to teach you, and looking at the bright side and seeing what lessons you are actually meant to learn from them. Then the next question would be, in what ways can I contribute to the understanding of life's mysteries and share my insights with others? This is really also gonna help you feel more connected with your purpose, and this can also often indicate a little bit of your life's purpose. But the research that you are gonna be doing, it's gonna be very important that you actually share that research and that you share that with others, because this can help others grow too. Like, you can share from your own experience what has worked for you, what has shaped your personality, and you really can share all of the knowledge and transformative things that you went through with others, so that you can help them actually transform too. Also, I would ask myself, what steps can I take to manage finances independently while still valuing shared resources? You really can have luck there when it comes to shared resources, but you should never forget to actually take care of your own resources first before you merge your resources with others, because then when something goes wrong, you would be left alone and left out in the cold. So it's important for you to take care of your finances first before you merge them with anybody else. And then next important question I would ask myself is, how do I navigate and appreciate the depth of my intimate relationships? And if you are able to create that intimacy in your relationships, and if so, what they are trying to teach you, what are they bringing out in you, and how they are helping you transform. This is really gonna be an important question that you can always ask yourself whenever you are encountering a new intimate or just a deep connection with others. And lastly, I would ask myself, in what areas of my life can I exercise control without compromising the essence of my relationships or partnerships? With this placement, oftentimes you tend to want to control things and to control everything in your life. So this placement could make you a little bit of a control freak. And you need to learn how to still be able to merge with somebody, but don't become too over possessive over them. This can also make you a little bit of a possessive person and a little bit of a jealous person, especially in your partnerships. So how can you make sure that you still are able to create that intimacy and that deep connection with others without being too jealous and too over controlling over them, and without restricting them too much? So if you have this placement, please let me know what transformative experiences have come up in your life, what did you learn from that, and how are you able to navigate through life with this placement. I would really love to know that. And just again, I think this is such a really transformative and beautiful placement, even though it can be hard, really truly hard, but it really makes extraordinary people. So please, if you have this placement, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you at the end of the video. If you have your sun in your 9th house, this means that your ego is actually connected to the realms of exploration, higher learning, and a quest for meaning in life. You are a very philosophical person, and probably also very spiritual or even religious, and you really are on a never-ending quest of finding the true meaning of life. And your life's purpose is really gonna unfold through experiences of broadening your horizons, through learning about other cultures and other philosophies, for example, and a relentless pursuit of philosophical philosophical understanding about life. So you really want to understand life from this more philosophical and spiritual perspective rather than from the mundane side of things. And this placement often bestows a love for adventure, like real adventure, like through traveling and learning new cultures, new places, and desire to seek the truth, diverse cultures, spiritual wisdom, and higher education. So for you, this means that you are really gonna have a love of adventure. You are gonna have a desire to seek the truth and to travel to different places that are gonna challenge your beliefs and that are gonna show you a different type of beliefs. You are really gonna be interested in diving into different cultures, different philosophies. You are gonna be on a quest for spiritual wisdom and higher education. So those are gonna be the life areas that are gonna be really important for you, and you really need to make sure that you are embracing those life areas and that you allow yourself to seek the higher truth and to see everything from a more spiritual perspective. So your journey is really gonna involve embracing a broader perspective of things, connecting with different cultures and belief systems, and integrating those things into your personal growth and development. This is really gonna be the key for you, because those things are gonna help you grow personally, because they are gonna broaden up your mind and broaden your horizons so that you are gonna be able to see the bigger picture of things, and that you are not only gonna be focused on one certain belief. You need to keep your mind very open towards different belief systems, different religions, and different philosophies. And so that's why knowledge is really gonna be your main motivation in life in some way, and you will be the type of person that is probably gonna learn something every day, and probably you will have a long mental list of topics that you really would love to explore someday, or to travel to different places. And making sure that you have those lists and that you are giving yourself the time to actually fulfill those desires is gonna be really important for you, because I can already tell you, you are gonna be the type of person that whenever you are able to travel somewhere and connect with different cultures, or when you are able to discover a different type of philosophy that you didn't hear from before, you are gonna be able to connect with that spark. You are literally gonna feel the energy rising from your body, and you are gonna just feel in your element. You are gonna be so connected to your life's purpose, and you are gonna feel that 100%. And this really makes such amazing and adventurous people. I really adore this placement. And spirituality may also be another theme in your life, along with frequent travel, as I already said. And many people with the sun in the 9th house have extensive involvement at some point in legal matters. And make sure, as I said, that you keep your mind open, because some people with this placement can tap into the bad energy of it and can become really narrow-minded and egoistical and like know-it-alls, because they are gonna be so convinced that they already know everything about anything and that their opinion is the only true one. So for you, it's gonna be really crucial to keep your mind open, because this is really gonna make you feel more fulfilled. And now let's come to the practices and questions that you can implement and ask yourself in order to enhance this placement. So first of all, I would keep a journal about your daily discoveries, whether they gonna be related to cultures or philosophies or just new knowledge in general, and really reflect on those insights and how they are actually able to contribute to your personal growth. Learning through this kind of thing and through journaling is really gonna be very, very beneficial for you, because you are gonna be constantly learning things. So actually writing things down and writing how they can contribute to your personal growth is gonna be very, very crucial for your development. Also, set yourself educational goals, and whether it's like pursuing a degree or like higher school, or just taking a course and learning something, or just emerging in like self-directed learning, because it does not mean that you have to go to school. You can also learn something by yourself, and you really need to make sure that you incorporate continuous learning and continuous broadening up your mind and your horizons, because this is really gonna help you see the life from other perspectives, and this is really gonna help you feel more fulfilled. Also with this placement, I would really regularly reflect on your principles and ethical beliefs, since they are gonna constantly be changing. How do those principles guide your decisions and actions? And are there areas where you can further align your life with your physical values? So for you, living your life according to your philosophical values is really gonna be important. So make sure that you align yourself with your values, and that even though you are constantly seeking new experiences and constantly searching for the better truth, that you still have your core values that are not gonna be so easy to change. With this placement, we can sometimes fall into the pitfall of constantly being on the search for the better truth, but sometimes actually staying with our true values is very important. So it's gonna be the balance between the inflexibility of your mind and really just seeing this one truth, and allowing your mind to be broadened up and always being able to see different perspectives of your point of view. Also, with this placement, I would really actively engage in sharing your knowledge with others. This could be through teaching or writing or just participating in discussions. So how can you contribute to the collective wisdom of those around you? Many people with this placement become teachers or gurus. So that's why it's so important that you actually share your knowledge, because you are gonna be a very educated person. You are gonna have all of that amazing knowledge and it can't go to waste. Part of your purpose, I believe, is to actually share that knowledge with others, and also explore your spirituality. Different spiritual practices such as meditating or yoga or just anything spiritual that can contribute to your personal development and that you can implement into your daily life is gonna be very, very important, and it's gonna help you to lead a more balanced life. Also, plan regular travels to broaden your perspectives and horizons, and also legal matters is worth mentioning. So if you have any legal matters to attend to, approach them with a broad perspective and seek fairness and understanding rather than this really narrow-mindedness. And how can you navigate legal issues with integrity and openness is really gonna probably help you avoid many unpleasant legal matters. And make sure that you reflect on your relationships with your in-laws, since they can also be very important for you. How can you maintain positive connections with them, and are there ways to strengthen these relationships? Those are gonna be also very important questions that you can ask yourself. The next question would be, how can you cultivate open-mindedness? This is really gonna be important for you. So be mindful of any tendencies of yours toward narrow-mindedness and ask yourself really, how can you cultivate a more open-minded and inclusive approach to diverse ideas and perspective. This is really gonna help you be more aligned with your purpose, and you will see how much better it's gonna feel once you allow your mind to just be open and to not always try to preach your perspectives. Always staying open to new points of view is gonna really make your life so much better, believe me. And the last question would be balancing exploration and grounding. Since you always are in search for the new thing and to broaden your perspective, and you tend to travel a lot, and you tend to travel a lot with your mind and to always be somewhere different than in the here and now, it's important that you include practices that are gonna help you to ground yourself in the present moment so that you can also enjoy it. I know your life is really shaped by trying to find the truth and always being on the move, like whether it's in physical form or just here in your mind, and broadening your perspective on things, but making sure that you are able to stay present in the moment is really gonna be crucial. So make sure that you incorporate daily grounding practices in your day, especially in the morning. This would really benefit you to really ground yourself first into the day and into the current moment, so that you can go over your things and go about your life and about your day in a more grounded manner. So if you have this placement, please let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite places to travel to, and also what spiritual perspective did you learn lately and how are they impacting your personal development and your personal growth. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you at the end of the video. If you have your sun in the 10th house, this means that your ego is connected to the realms of career, public image, and societal recognition. You really are the business savvy and you are a huge career person, and you are probably one of the people who are gonna have such an amazing career, and you really are one of the people that are just the business lady or the businessman, and you are like, your career is the center of your life. Your life's purpose is gonna unfold through achievements and ambitions and making a lasting impact of the world. You really want to make the world a better place through your achievements and through building your career and through doing something meaningful, and that's actually gonna last. This placement often bestows a strong drive for success and a desire for leadership and the need to be recognized for your contributions, which is not a bad thing at all. I think many people with this placement are really helping the society to advance through building their careers, and they are helping so many people actually advance, and this is really a very respectable placement. And your journey is gonna involve navigating the professional sphere with the determination, and your journey is really gonna involve you tapping into your determination to create the career for yourself that you are seeking, and also seeking positions of authority and leaving a meaningful legacy through your career accomplishments. You really thrive on hard work and success, so you really need the hard work and success, and you want to be noted and recognized for your career achievements and your status. And as long as you are not neglecting the other areas of your life too much, this is really a great and ambitious placement. You also want a position of authority, preferably a powerful one, because you are able to see the bigger picture and you are really having the determination and the drive to actually lead others. And you really thrive in positions of authority where you have huge responsibilities, because you are not the person that breaks under the pressure of those responsibilities. You actually thrive in them. That's why society actually needs people with this placement, because you are the person that can take on huge amounts of responsibility and you will just thrive in it. And this really can be very motivational to see for others also, who also want to build a career for themselves. So you really can be a role model when it comes to that. And with this placement you could also enter politics to use your leadership skills, and others could choose careers that just involve high visibility and working with the public. So you are not very secretive about the things that you are doing. You want a career for yourself. You really don't mind, people looking at whatever it is that you are doing, because you want the recognition. But you really have the management skills to advance your ambitions, which are far above from the norm. You are really extraordinary when it comes to building the career for yourself, and you really are a hard worker and you want to achieve the things and you want to build your career by yourself. So now let's come to the practices and questions that you can implement into your daily life that will help you to enhance the power of this sun's placement. So first of all, set ambitious goals. Really identify your long-term career goals and aspirations and write down how can you align that with your passion for desire and success. Really, for you, it's gonna be about writing your long-term goals and slowly working towards building them. This is really gonna be very beneficial for you, and this is gonna be how you are gonna be able to thrive in your life. It's through setting those goals and then achieving them. You really love to have a whole plan, and you most of the times have everything that is needed to actually achieve those goals. Also, leadership development. Really focus on developing your leadership skills. You are gifted in that life area, but you need to work on not coming too harsh and really working with people. So seek opportunities to lead projects and teams to fulfill your need of authority and impact, because you are really gonna be great at it. So make sure that you take small steps that will put you in situations where you have to, first of all, lead and learn how to lead from the basics and lead smaller groups of people, and then you are really gonna be able to apply that knowledge, because I tell you what, you are really meant for success. So first of all, learn how to lead single people and how to lead smaller groups, and then you are gonna be able to lead on a whole other dimension. Also, visibility and recognition are gonna be a very important point in your life. So really actively pursue visibility in your chosen field, because you can't deny that you want the visibility, and it's not bad because we need people like that. So showcase your talents and contributions to gain the recognition that you really are desiring for your achievements. Because when you are gonna try to resist that urge, this is where you are gonna tap into the shadow side of your placement, and you can become very bitter. So make sure that you are like open about that. You are a high achiever, you have the skills and you have the ambition. Why not be recognized for it? Also, building your legacy it's gonna be another important key point. So consider the legacy that you want to leave behind in your professional life, and work towards creating a meaningful impact that will outlast your immediate career and that will contribute to positively influencing the society. This is really gonna be very important. So this is really gonna be your life's purpose. You can be one of the people that truly enhances and enriches our society through your career. Also, you should really learn how to balance authority with empathy. You know, as you ascend to positions of authority, balance your leadership with empathy and reconnect with others on a more personal level, understanding their perspectives and fostering a supportive work environment. You tend to be very authoritative because you are such a amazing and hard worker, but you also need to have understanding for others, because most of the times we are leading through example and then through connection on a deeper personal level with others, and this is gonna help you to create those bonds in your workplace that are gonna help you to really advance the work that you are doing in general, because having people on board that actually believe in your mission and that are also invested personally in whatever it is that you want to achieve is gonna really help you to make that change, and we have people around you and have people working for you that are also giving it 100%. So really learn how to balance your authority with empathy, and you are gonna be the best leader that there actually is. So those were all of the practices that you can implement in your daily life that are gonna help you to embrace the power of your sun. And if you have this placement, I would love to know what legacy you want to leave behind, what career you want to build for yourself, and how are you planning to achieve that. Write it down in the comments down below, and I will see you at the end of this video. If you have your sun in the 11th house, this means that your ego is connected to the realms of friendship and social networks and collective ideas. Your life's purpose is gonna unfold through fostering meaningful connections with others, contributing to group endeavors, and also connecting to humanitarian causes. So people with this placement often have a strong desire for social change and innovative thinking, and a need to be a part of a larger community. So you really don't put so much focus on the relationships from person to person as much as on the bigger picture and on being a part of a bigger group. This is really gonna be a setting where you are gonna just thrive. So your journey involves embracing collaboration with others and cultivating a diverse network with people and working towards common goals for the betterment of society. This is really gonna be your life's purpose, and this is gonna be a very important life area of yours. So you really strive to make the society a better place, and for you networking with other people who are like-minded and that you can just work with to create this betterment in the society that you are striving for is really gonna be crucial. And also with this placement, you are gonna be drawn to progressive ideas, and you may actively engage in social or community-oriented services and activities. Friendships with this placement play also a crucial role in your life, and you might find fulfillment through and in supporting the collective initiatives that align with your ideas and values. This placement really encourages a forward-thinking approach, inspiring others with visionary ideas and really contributing to the greater good through collaborative efforts. You really take friendship seriously, and your friends come from all walks of life, so you really love to surround yourself with people that come from different backgrounds, because you are the type of person that loves to actually bring people together from different networks, and you just love networking in general. So going to networking events where you see different people is really gonna be the life area, and it's gonna really be the situation where you are just gonna really thrive in. So you really have a love for networking, both for yourself and others, because you really love to connect to different ideas, and because of your ability to see everything on a bigger picture and to see the larger side of things, you are able to bring different people together who are then gonna be able to work towards a common cause. You are really great at that, and so you are really goal oriented towards helping our society become a better place and towards helping the society to advance. And sometimes you want to be there for every project, and you want to be overall, and sometimes you have to see that you can't do it all at once. But in general, this makes you a very innovative person who loves to collaborate with others, who loves to network, to see and meet with different people, and you will feel very good in larger groups of people. So this is gonna be where you are just gonna thrive, and this is gonna be the place where you will feel your energy rising, and you will just feel so energized and just aligned with your life's purpose. So now let's talk about the practices and questions that you can ask yourself in order to connect with the energy of this placement. So first of all, make sure that you actively participate in community events and any social causes or group activities, since those are gonna be the things that are gonna make you just feel alive. And the question that you could ask yourself is, how can you contribute your skills to benefit a larger community? Because if you really want to be a part of something that is bigger than yourself, you really want to be a part of this amazing community. So ask yourself, what are the skills that can contribute to any kind of community, because you can be literally a part of everything, because this house has a little bit of an Aquarius flair, so you are probably very versatile and you can fit into different settings. But just pick your unique skills that are gonna be aligned with the certain community that you want to be a part of, and then you will be able to use those skills to advance society. And also, I would make sure that you strengthen your networking skills and connect with diverse individuals. So don't just stay in one group of people, try to connect with different people from different backgrounds, since this is really gonna help you to use your life force energy, and this is really gonna add up to your self-development. And so the question that you can ask yourself is, in what ways can your network be a resource for both personal and collective growth? And then I would really make sure that you put much emphasis on collaborative projects. So how can you initiate or join a collaborative project that aligns with your ideals? And the question that you could ask yourself is, what collective endeavors can you contribute to fostering positive change? So really making sure that you are involved in collaborative projects that are there to help the society to advance, and where you are able to be a part of a bigger group and a bigger organizations are really gonna make your life feel more aligned. And then lastly, innovative thinking is really gonna be a big part of your life. So really make sure that you focus on new ideas that can help the project that you are working on or the society in general, because you are really able to see what of those innovative ideas are actually gonna help the society at large. And the questions you could ask yourself is, how can your unique perspective contribute to progressive solutions within your social networks? You probably have lots of different solutions for different problems where you use the innovative skills and innovation in general. And so how can your unique perspective contribute to progressive solutions within your social networks? Those are gonna be the questions and practices that you can ask yourself and implement into your daily life in order to embrace this placement. And if you have that placement, please let me know what larger organization do you want to be a part of, and what innovative ideas do you think that will help to advance our society? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you at the end of this video. If you have your sun in the 12th house, this means that your ego and sense of self are deeply connected with the realms of introspection, spiritual exploration, and the subconscious mind. Your life's purpose unfolds through a journey of self-discovery, compassion, and transcendence. You are really connected to everything that we can't see, so to the spiritual realm of things, and you really are feeling like you are connected to everything, not only to the worldly things, but to everything that lies beyond. So you really are having this awareness about the spiritual realm of things, not only about the material side of things that we experience, but far more towards the spiritual realm and the things beyond this materialistic world. You are really connected to that realm. And this placement often bestows a heightened sensibility to the unseen and a really compassionate nature. You feel the pain of every single living being, not only humans, but animals and plants, and you really feel connected to them. You really are connected to your inner psyche and to the subconscious mind, and you really are seeking enlightenment in that life area. And your journey involves navigating the depths of your psyche and embracing solitude for spiritual growth and channeling profound insights for the benefit of self and others. So with this placement, you really could be in the fields of, spirituality, as in connecting to the spiritual realm and receiving the messages from, for example, spirit guides, or just from the other side. And individuals with the sun in the 12th house also may find themselves drawn to artistic or spiritual pursuits in general, really seeking meaning beyond the materialistic realm. You are connected to the realm of the unconscious, of the collective, and you really are picking up the vibrations from the people around you and from the collective in general. And if you don't know this about yourself, this can be very problematic, because you probably are confused from where the bad energy or the bad feelings are coming from, because they are sometimes not coming from you, but actually you are able to sense them and they are coming from others around you. So when you are aware of that, you are actually able to use it to your advantage, or just to be aware of that this is actually not coming from you. And this can really help you out very, very much. So please, if you have this placement and you didn't know that, then please let me know how often you were confused about the feelings that you are experiencing, because I would guess very often. So you really are aware that we are all one and that everything is connected. And this really sometimes can feel very, very heavy on your own energy, because you feel like everything is either taking away your energy, or like everyone is pulling at your energy. You are very sensitive to that, and you may be shy and reserved, and also you might have a lack of confidence to pursue your desires, or you may be confident but you have difficulty making your presence really known because you are really shy. And when we think of the 12th house, it's about everything that's hidden, that is unseen, and that's why the sun in this placement can oftentimes have trouble expressing itself. But either way, that will change at some point in your life, probably before the age of 30. And your strongest position, however, will always be like behind the scenes of everything, where you can achieve great things and be recognized for it, even if only privately. Your inner strength is one of your outstanding traits, and it really gives you the power and drive to overcome any obstacles that you might be facing, even if you are a very shy person. And you're also very private, and you really need the time to be alone, because this is gonna be the only time where you are able to only focus on yourself and on your energy, and to make sure that everything in you is going properly and that you are connecting to yourself, that you find your center. And that's why spending time by yourself is really gonna be crucial for you, and it's really gonna benefit you. And so you really are very compassionate and caring, and you really get a great satisfaction from helping others. So I really love this placement. It's such a lovely placement it can cause some suffering, especially if you're not aware of this and if you're not aware that you are able to sense the energies around you and that you are really connected to the unseen realm of life and just to the higher realms. And if you are not aware of that, you are just probably gonna be confused and you are gonna take on the suffering from others, and sometimes you are really gonna have a hard time differentiating between your own feelings and your own suffering and the suffering and feelings of others. You are such a huge empath. It really probably hurts you way more to feel the suffering of other people than to feel your own suffering. But in general, this is such a lovely placement since it allows you to see beyond the materialistic side of things. It really allows you to feel more connected to the spiritual side of life and to your spirit guides even, and to the other realms that are also existing, and many people are not able to see them, and you come here and you are able to actually tap into those different energies and bring them down to earth. So this is such a lovely placement, and now we are gonna focus on the practices and questions that you can ask yourself in order to embrace that placement. So first of all, meditative practices are gonna be your best friend and your key, and this is a really must for you if you want to be grounded. So engage in regular meditation or just mindfulness exercises in general. Really, this is gonna be the basis that is gonna allow you to actually feel more grounded and to not constantly pick up the energy from others and to not let it overwhelm you. Those practices are gonna be your best friend. And question that you could ask yourself is, how can you create a sacred space for inner reflection and spiritual connection? This space should really be only meant for you. You should always make sure that the energy in this space is cleansed. So make sure to take sage, for example. This is really great for cleansing of energy. And you should go to that space. This could even be a corner in your room, but make this comfortable, make it a safe space for you where you are able to connect with yourself and to connect with your own energy. And also because people with displacement can also be great artists, so a practice would be to embrace your artistic abilities, and sometimes this could also help you to work through the energies that you are feeling when you are able to put them into, for example, painting or writing or things like that. And a question that you could ask yourself therefore would be, in what ways can creative expression become a vehicle for self-discovery and healing? Because like with certain placements additionally to this one, you really could be able to heal yourself and to express the energies that you are feeling through art. And also it's important for you to cultivate compassion through acts of kindness and service. So the question that you could ask yourself is, how can your empathetic nature contribute to the well-being of those around you? Make sure that you always practice those small little kind things for others, since they are really gonna enhance your own life force, and this is really gonna make you feel so much better, and this is really gonna be very positive for your personal development. Also, you could be very connected to your dreams, so keeping a dream journal would be very beneficial with this placement. And the question that you could ask yourself is, what reoccurring themes or messages may be present in your dreams? Oftentimes spiritual people or like gurus work with their dreams because they are often connected to the spiritual realm. So make sure that you pay attention to your dreams, since they could be messages from your spirit guides or from other dimensions in general, or just from your subconscious mind. It doesn't always have to be something spiritual, but just like pay attention to your dreams, because oftentimes it's just coming from your subconscious mind. And if you are not spiritual, don't worry, because a very famous psychiatrist, Carl Jung, you probably heard of him, also was introducing us to the idea of paying attention to your dreams and that they are just messages from your subconscious mind. So it's not only something spiritual, but it's something that also resonates with psychology in general. So make sure to really keep track of your dreams. And also spiritual study could be of benefit to you, so delve into spiritual teachings and just philosophical topics in general, since they could give you a better understanding of the things and energies that you are feeling and of the realms that you can feel but can't see. This could really help you out a lot. So how can you integrate spiritual insights into your daily life for personal growth would be a very good question to ask yourself. This could be the practices and the questions that you should implement if you want to strengthen your sun. And if you have this placement, please let me know in the comments down below if you are oftentimes just feeling so drained by the amount of energies that you are feeling around yourself, and if you are often confused by just the general energy that you are feeling, and if you have a hard time differentiating between your own feelings and the feelings of others, and also if you have found out what works out to help you to get a better understanding of your own feelings and the feelings of others, please let us also know in the comments down below. So guys, we went through the placements of the sun from the house 7 until the 12th. I hope that this video resonated with you and that you could get a better insight into your soul's purpose and into the practices that you can actually implement into your daily life that will help to strengthen your unique placement. And if that video was helpful, then please share that with others so that they are also able to tap more into their life force energy and that they can create the life of their dreams. And it also helps me out so much when you are sharing all of those insights that I am providing you with. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't seen the other part of the video, I'm gonna link it right here again, so you can go ahead and check it out. And thank you so much for staying until the end. Also, if you need help with understanding your chart and your unique placements, your gifts, and everything that revolves around your birth chart, and you also need resources that are gonna help you to guide you towards a more empowered life, then just check me out on Instagram or just DM me and I would love to work with you. I really specialize in providing you actionable tips and resources that you can use in your daily life that will help you to become your best self. And as I said, I use astrology and your birth chart as the basis to help me understand you better and also to help you understand yourself better. So if you are interested in a reading, just comment it down below or just check out my offers. I'm gonna link everything down in the description box. And thank you so much again for joining me today. I hope that you are gonna be able to strengthen the power of your sun and that you are gonna be able to create the life of your dreams. Thank you so much again for staying with me until the end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!